So today it's the 1st of November. So you say, what's the 1st of November got to do with anything? Well, basically Sydney's out of lockdown now. So we're actually allowed to travel past Greater Sydney, which is a really great feeling. We've managed to hook up the camper trailer and we're actually heading down to Gillards Beach on a 9-day trip. So we don't have the luxury of just traveling around. So we like to do our things in, you know, try and show you guys like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, or, you know, quick little getaway so you can hook up and just get away and just relax with the family. So we've actually had the camper trailer hooked up, well, not hooked up, but it's been sitting in the garage since June.
Ready, packed.
Yeah, we had a big trip planned down to South Australia and just couldn't get away. And before that, we actually had a trip planned down to the south of South Australia during Christmas time, but we were locked down once again. That's another story. We're free now and we're ready to go. So before we got out, we actually stayed in Bulli. So we stayed there for a few nights. The reason we stayed down in Bulli was we just weren't sure if we're actually were going to open up and they were going to let us out. So we thought we'd spend a few nights there because this is a bit of a sad trip and a happy trip as well, because it's the last time we're going to have our camper trailer. We're actually getting rid of it. So it's our last trip as a family in this thing. We've had some great memories in it.
Bit of a farewell trip.
Yeah.
And we weren't sure it was going to happen.
So that's why we chose Bulli. You know, Bulli's probably close to Sydney. It's about an hour's south of Sydney. So if you're looking to get away and spend some time, you know, spend a few nights away and just get away and have a quick recharge, or bypass it on the way as you're going through further down south, it's a great little spot. But going through to Bulli, there's this little lookout. It's quite easy to miss, so make sure you pay attention. And then you chuck that left turn there. So there's like a lookout and stuff up there, isn't there, Kel?
Yeah, so there's a series of them. We stopped at 2. So the first one is Bulli Lookout. We think it was the old information centre once upon a time before they opened the new one. Amazing view all the way from the sea bridge right through Wollongong all the way down to Port Kembla. You can see all the beaches and the whole coastline, which is pretty cool. But otherwise it's pretty abandoned. There's not much else there. The building, it's like someone just, you know, packed up their gear and walked out. So there's picnic tables and amenities blocks there, a wishing well that's got no coins in it at the moment, but otherwise it's pretty eerie, I guess.
Yeah, like you can just look through all the glass windows and, you know, just nothing in there. It's just a shell of a place. So, you know, pretty eerie, almost like zombie-like. But a bit further down the road, probably about 100, 200 metres down the road, is the new information centre that they've built. So down there you can actually stop, grab a coffee, have a cake and
ice cream
gelatos. There's also the information centre there where we actually picked up our map. So that map contained a bit of information about what's to do in and around Wollongong.
Shoalhaven,
but a couple of, I don't know, maybe the major things to do down there are, what are they?
Well, there's Jamboree Action Park, which is like a water park, probably about half hour south. There's the Treetop Adventure, things like motorbike tours, surfing lessons. If you game, there's skydiving off Stanmore Tops and a couple of other places. We saw a couple of tiger moth biplanes flying around, so there's an aviation museum, I think, down there.
I think there's actually the air show coming up as well down there, which is, you know, they get all the fighter jets and, you know, all this spectacular stuff. So we might head back down there again. But yeah, Bulli's an interesting place, you know, from where it started. I guess like it's encapsulated within the escarpment there, isn't it?
Yeah, so there's the Illawarra Escarpment, which is part of the Great Dividing Range. It started off in the early 1800s as farmland, and then they discovered coal in the hills, so it became a coal mining town. So they actually, from almost where the lookouts are, they were mining coal and then sending it down to one of there was a jetty on the point not far from where we stayed, and it all just went straight out onto ships via the train. So there's bits of history throughout, you know, bridges and the old pub. There's a museum near the train station. That all those types of things in this little town of Bulli that we didn't know about.
So yeah, once you leave that information centre, to get down to Bulli, the township itself, you've got to go down like a steep, it's called Bulli Pass, which is a steep single lane narrowway. It's quite a pretty drive down there. You just got to make sure your brakes and stuff are working before you head down that path, because it is quite windy and very steep. But if you look to the left and stuff, like you can see the ocean. Like it's an amazing view and
the
drive.
Cliffs on one side and then the ocean on the other. And
then look like when you're driving down, you can also stop and basically there's some bushwalks and stuff in there. We never got a chance to go around and do it, which we'll probably get back to one day. But you can see all bushwalkers and stuff down there and guys riding mountain bikes. So yeah, Bulli Pass, great little road down, but very steep and very windy. So we ended up staying at the Bulli Tourist Park, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's run by the Wollongong Council. It's one of 3 parks run by the council. There's one at Bulli, one at Corrimal and one at Windang. We've stayed at Corrimal before, earlier on in the year, just for a couple of nights. We haven't ever managed to get into Windang, although yeah, it is one of the parks that we want to try. It just always seems to be full. Yeah,
like Corrimal's also on the beach as well. Windang looks like you can do, it's on the shoreline where you do fishing and stuff. And then there's Bulli Tourist Park, which we actually prefer Bulli over Corrimal, and probably will stay at Bulli a bit more for these reasons, isn't it?
Yeah, so just the access. So there's beach access right the way through. The amenities as well. There's no jumping pillow or swimming pool, but there is a playground, obviously toilets and showers, camp kitchen, but there's access to this amazing cycleway. It goes pretty much from Thurul, which is 2 beaches over from Bulli to the north, and then you can follow it all the way down to Wollongong Lighthouse. I think I read it's 16 kilometres, and it's a dual shared bike path, walking path all the way. Really easy for the kids to navigate. A couple of hills here and there, but nothing too strenuous.
So we pretty much every morning would go and do a walk along the beach, and then as an evening after dinner we'd go do like a big family bike ride. So we actually rode from the Bulli Tourist Park down to Bellambi, is that right?
Bellambi.
And I think it was about 3 k's one way, 6 k's a return. So we pretty much did that one way, and then you can go the other way back out to Thurul. But I don't know about you, but my legs and knees and bottom, everything's like aching and sore. But it was a lot of fun just getting on the bikes, you know, the ocean breeze blowing.
Yeah.
Basically with the family, like what more could you ask for? So that was a really fun time, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that surprised me about the Wollongong beaches as opposed to Sydney, and we haven't spent a lot of time around the Sydney beaches, but just the ease of access. So pretty much the whole way along that bike path there's playgrounds, there's rock pools, there's surf lifesaving clubs, there's patrolled beaches the whole way along it. So you don't even have to just ride and then come back. It's you can make a whole day of it, cycling this whole track, playing in the different playgrounds, swimming at the different pools, picking the best of the beaches along the way.
And it's like they've upgraded all the playgrounds, like everything was new, like there's certain equipment that I've never really seen before, like different seesaws, and it's just really well maintained. Really well maintained parks and stuff with, you know, different things and
little cafes dotted along. At the Bulli Tourist Park there's Ruby's Cafe, always a crowd there. On Friday there was, and then I think on Saturday they had technical difficulties because they closed early, so we had to go and find fish and chips somewhere else. But yeah, great little, just amazing to get on your bikes and have a ride and have a play in all the playgrounds.
Speaking of fish and chips, there's a little place, it's called Wanuna. I don't know if it's fish and chip shop or takeaway shop.
Beach shop, which confused us.
Beach shop, is it? Okay. But there's like a little mural out near the train station. So that was a little local tip. goes, that was the best fish and chips around, so it was pretty good. Not the cheapest thing in the world, but I think it was $40 for, you know, fish cocktails, large chips, and, you know, some fish and stuff. But yeah, it was really, really well cooked. The batter was really nice. So there you go. If you're after fish and chips down there, go check that place out.
But watch the magpies on the way, right?
Yes, the magpies are like crazy. So, you know, we were riding down there, weren't paying much attention, and just drove riding straight through, and then all of a sudden the kids start screaming. So here I am looking at the back like the big grown father, and I just let them go, keep going. The magpie swoop, and I'm telling them, go, run, run. So make sure you read the signs. I can't remember where it is. It's just around near the pools.
The Woonona, I think.
I know, it's like the Woonona pools. Either side of it, there's actually like ocean swimming pools there as well. But yeah, near the Woonona side, there is, during nesting season, there is this magpie, maybe one or two, I don't know. Felt like 100 magpies just swooping you down there. So yeah, just watch that when you're traveling there. So I don't know, is there anything else about Bulli that we want to talk about?
It's certainly somewhere we'd go back again. I think it was $55 a night for the 5 of us to stay.
Okay, yeah. So, but yeah, great spot to just come and relax, especially if you're near Sydney and you just want to come down and quickly recharge. Yeah, couldn't recommend a better place just to stay down there. So today we're on our way down to Gillards Beach, which is probably 4.5, 5 hours from Bulli, and then from there we'll spend a few nights there. So we're really looking forward to getting back down to Gillards Beach. So, you know, we're going to probably maybe see if there's anything else around Gillards Beach that we missed last time, but it's one of those spots that we just fell in love with it the first time we went there. So we're really looking forward to getting back there and, you know, just setting up next to the beach. So yeah, really excited, really keen for that. Here we are at Gillards Beach. So we've been here for the last few days and we've done absolutely nothing. It's been really good just doing nothing. So what's been happening? So a couple of things is when you're traveling down here along that South Coast road, be sure
Tathra Road it was.
Yeah. Be sure to check the council website. We found out the hard way that they are working on the bridges down here, and we got turned around at Bermagui, which meant we had to go back up through Coburg, down the Princess Highway, out to Bega, come back the back way, and it probably added an extra 40 minutes to an hour on our trip. So coming from, where were we? Bulli, you know, adding an extra hour to your trip wasn't much fun at the time, but it is what it is. So just make sure you check that. Other thing is when we got here, when we're traveling, we like to turn down our fridge to as cold as we can. I don't know if you can hear this wind, but it's crazy down here today. But anyway, we'd like to turn down our fridge to as cold as it can be. So, you know, you hooked up to the car, so it's using all the car power and so forth. And then when we got here, we like to turn the temperature back up so we can stay off grid longer. In this particular case, when we went to turn the fridge back up, it wouldn't allow us. So it looks like the control panel has gone on the fridge. It's still cooling, it's still freezing, but it's just consuming a lot of power. So when we got here, I actually pulled it apart, jumped on, and thankfully got reception and just tried to see what was going on. But it looks like it's the main board. Thankfully enough, the weather's been really good here, and we've had like great sunshine here, so we've managed to get the solar panels out and just recharge the batteries, or you know what we're doing during the day, or at least consume, but the solar panels have been great and saved us in that regards. So what else have we been doing?
Not much. Walks on the beach, sitting on the headland trying to spot some whales. As you can hear, the wind is pretty bad, so the water's choppy, but we managed to spot a couple this morning frolicking out in the waves.
Kel managed to spot the little spout with the eagle eyes and see them frolicking a little bit. So yeah, just with that chop's a little bit hard to see, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, not much else. Walking on the beach, kids, you know, playing in the waves and building sandcastles. Yeah,
they actually went out there, and basically we like to, there's this little spot we sit at, we just sit there, we can oversee the kids playing in the sand, and you know, they've been got their little fishing rods out, practicing casting and throwing it into the wind. probably caused us more grief than
untangling knots.
Fun. But the lines keep getting tangled. But the kids are having fun, so you know what else can we expect?
Yeah.
Kids have been riding their bikes. Not really a lot of places to ride your bikes around here, but they do a little of a lap and a bit of a hill. They run right up and down, and just climbing in the trees and just being kids is kind of what it's all about.
Spotting the animals and
but it's been great down here. It's forecast to rain in the next couple of days, so actually forecast to rain starting tomorrow or 1 and 2 in the morning. So we're going to be packing up a wet tent as we start heading back up north and finishing up our trip. So we're heading back up to Ulladulla from here tomorrow. We know it's going to be raining. We know it's going to be raining up there, and just hopefully it's not as bad as what they're forecasting.
It is what it is. We've been locked up for so long. You got to take it.
Yeah, so just thankful that we're out and about now, and whatever comes. So, we're really excited to see and start heading back. We've had an absolute ball just relaxing down here, and it still is probably one of our favourite spots down here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just so happens to rain every time we're down here. So, but this is probably the best weather that we've had down here. Apart from that, it's been a really good trip down here. So, Ulladulla, here we come. Rain, please stay away, but we'll see how we go. So here we are, we've been staying in Ulladulla. So we finally made ourselves a way up to Ulladulla, and we're currently staying at the Holiday Haven. Yes. So it's a great little spot. We've stayed here before. There's like so many amenities here, isn't there? Yeah,
so there's jumping pillows, playgrounds, splash park, swimming pool, giant chess, tennis courts.
Yeah, playgrounds.
Mini golf.
Mini golf, yeah, there's heaps of stuff here. It's a really great park, and also there's like kind of bushwalks and stuff you can do around actually in the park, and then you can actually walk down to the
Lobsters Beach, I think it's called something.
Is it Lobsters Beach?
Lobster Jack's Beach.
Yeah, and basically walk down there. You got the little beach there, and you can walk around to the rock pools and stuff. So it's really nice. A great little park. It cost us $63 a night for the 5 of us, staying on a powered site.
But they're nice big sites, grassy.
Yeah, so it's a great park here. Highly recommend Holiday Haven at Ulladulla. So what have we been up to? It's been raining. Raining.
And some more rain.
So we basically left Gillards Beach packing up in the wet, and it's been raining ever since, hasn't it? So we actually thought last night that
the tent was going to collapse.
Yeah, like it was that wet. Everything is that damp. Everything's saturated. The canvas is wet, so if sleeping bags or pillows touch the tent, it actually just absorbs all the water in it. So it's been crazy how wet it's been. I think they're saying it's like the wettest in like 8 days or something. Like months worth of rain. Something silly, something crazy.
A month's worth of rain in 8 days or something we're expecting.
Yeah, so because it's been raining, we've pretty much just been staying in the tent today, haven't we?
Yep.
Yeah, so Kel was doing a bit of Sudoku, something like that. Kids have been colouring in, colouring in their little colouring pads with their scented pencils, and then they've basically
board games.
Playing board games. Actually gave them the opportunity to watch a couple of movies on their iPads. So also allowed me and Kel to take some time out and plan our next adventure. Well,
a few actually, most of next year.
We got to do that today. But basically the rain stopped at about 3:30 today, and as soon as it stopped, kids in the car, and we went for a drive. So we went to Ulladulla Harbour. So down through there, I don't know if it's Rotary Park or something, on I don't know what side is the northern side, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
And then we went there and we walked along the foreshore where the boat ramp is, and there's like a fishing table there, and it's like they slide the fish guts where they clean it, and the guts just go right down to the bottom, and you see all these pelicans and seagulls just feasting on the carcasses and of all the leftover bits and pieces of the fish. So, and basically just went and looked at the break wharf and saw some fish in people fishing and stuff on the other side. So yeah, it was really nice. After that, we pretty much then went for a drive to Mollymook.
Yeah, we didn't realise Mollymook was as close to Ulladulla, like a few blocks away. So yeah, we ended up around there.
Yeah, there's like more beaches, more playgrounds. Saw lots of people going for their Friday afternoon surf, as you do if you live down near the coast. So yeah, it was really nice down there as well. And then after that, when we got back, we went for a walk just around town, just to see what Ulladulla is, and just seeing all the types of shops and stuff up there. So it's actually pretty quiet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why it was really quiet, whether it's just we were in at the right time and, you know, maybe all the holiday traffic hasn't came through for the weekend.
Or weather, maybe.
Yeah, it was just really quiet down there. So, you know, if you're traveling through Ulladulla, come by and, you know, I guess help these people that, you know, we've been in lockdown for so long. I think they're missing the tourism down here. So after that, we actually secretly surprised the kids with a bit of a treat. So we took them to Funland. So apparently there's Funlands up and down in Sydney, but I guess Funland originally started in Ulladulla. So it actually brought back a bit of memories for me. Used to be called Time Zone, where my dad used to take my brother and I, and we used to go and play all types of, you know, computer games or, you know, arcade games as they were, and it just, yeah, brought back a few memories. So Funland actually have on a Friday and Saturday, they have a special. So
it's like happy hour.
Yeah, so it's like $15 for 1 hour, unlimited games, and then $25 for 2 hours. So we gave our kids their passes and off they went. What do we do now? Like, they're just walking around. I go, the clock's ticking, you need to start moving. So they went and played all kinds of games, you know, racing games,
driving games,
driving games,
motorbikes, bowling.
Yeah, bowling. There's like these water pistol type games and skittle
pinball
games. I don't know what you call it. You used to roll the ball up and get it into a type of a hole and stuff. So just
like sideshow alley games.
Yeah.
Whack-a-mole.
They've
Always
also
a favourite.
also got Dodgem cars in there. So it's this multi-level arcade park, isn't it?
I think it's about
really
Three
great.
levels?
Jensen
about
reckons
3
it's 3 levels. I reckon it's 2, but Dad's always right. Yeah. So, but yeah, they got this big slide down the middle, so we got there a little bit early, and the kids just could go up and down this slide, and that was free until we could start playing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What else did we do?
What was your favourite game, girls?
My favourite game was like a shooting water game.
The water game. Yours
Shooting
was
water
the hunting game.
So-
What about you, Belle?
Too many.
Too many.
Too many for Bells. Bells just had too many. But Jensen loves these shooting games, so
And I also like the pirate cannon thing and the basketball game.
there you go. See how much fun they had?
An hour.
And
Yeah,
the bumper cars.
here we go. We could go on for hours here, but yeah, it was.
What was your favourite?
I got to play some
Demolition Man pinball.
pinball. Yeah, I haven't played pinball in a very long time, and it was quite. Brought back a lot of memories, especially watching my old man play pinball machine. So yeah, it was a great spot there. If you're passing through, yeah, definitely worth checking out. And if it's raining, it's a great spot to go and take the kids and stuff as well. So after that, we went and actually had fish and chips at, I think it's called Tigers. Is it Tigers?
Tiger's famous fish and chips.
Yeah. So we've actually found out, we were thinking about it, me and Kel have had fish and chips for 3
Weekends,
Fridays in a row. So we're actually going to be called fish and chips connoisseurs, if that's
Fish
what
and
you
chip
want to call
Fridays.
But yeah, we actually thought this fish and chips were the best that we've had, and I think it was it $58?
Yeah, so it was $58 for 2 pieces of fish, some fish cocktails for the kids, a regular, I guess you'd call it, sized chips, some potato scallops.
5 potato scallops, and then I saw something on the menu that I've been craving, and what were they?
Pineapple fritters.
So we got 3 pineapple fritters. So yeah, that went down really well. And then we just took it away and we sat along the harbour there.
Yeah. On the foreshore.
On the foreshore there, and we just kind of relaxed and, you know, looked at the ocean, had the breeze through whilst eating fish and chips is what you do, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it was quite nice. After that, we went up to, I think it was Warden Lighthouse. Is that Warden?
Yeah, Warden Head, Warden Point.
Something like that. we'll figure out what it is and we'll put it in the comments or put in some type of, you know, little description down there in the video there. But it's a really nice spot up there. So
the lighthouse.
Yeah, the lighthouse. And it's actually a functioning lighthouse with is it a trig marker?
Yeah, New South Wales Trig Point.
Yeah, apparently does it send out beacons or something? Or I don't know what it was. Yeah, it's
so
actually
you can get your bearings off it.
Yeah.
But it's all electronic now. It's not compass readings anymore.
So it's quite a nice spot up there, and you know, we just overlooked the rocks, and you know, the sun was kind of just setting and, you know, bouncing off the clouds there, so it was really nice. It's actually a lot of lifeline signs up there, so I'm not really sure what that's about.
And a new fence.
Yeah, but I guess, you know, if there's signs up there, it's not good if people are going up there for that type of reason. So but yeah, apart from that, it's a beautiful spot up there. I think you said there was lots of bushwalks.
Lots of bushwalks. So I found the information sign. Always read those. Lots of bushwalks that take you down to a couple of different beaches, and actually brings you right back around to the other side of the caravan park, which I didn't know. Yeah, so maybe next time we're in Ulladulla, we can try that.
And it's not raining.
So we'd love to have done more here, just with the rain and stuff kind of hampered what we could do. Like, the kids haven't even really used all the facilities here.
I haven't even ridden their bikes here.
Yeah, we've been pretty much stuck to the tent, but it's been good. So we'll definitely be back down here and checking out what else there is to do on Ulladulla. So that's pretty much it for this video, but it's actually our last night in our camper trailer. So we're actually selling it on Monday. Someone's coming to pick it up. So this is our last night.
Swan song.
A little bit sad. We've had lots of great memories in here. We've had lots of fun adventures in here. But, you know, it's time for it to go. Looking forward to our next adventures. So, you know, stay tuned for that, you know, as we release more videos and so forth of, you know, what we're going to do next. So, yeah, pretty sad, but at the same time, it's a new chapter.
The adventure continues.
Yeah. So that's it for this video. If you found this video informative, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. You know, we're always checking out new sites and, you know, playing around with gear and equipment. So that's it for this video. Until next time.
Bye.